Today's video is about Papa Fredo and his father. He is 66 years old and suffered a stroke now, early November 2020. He still lives in the remains of the squatter area. I met the family 6 years ago when I met Anne. The squatter area was full of life, simple as you can see. Also the house of them was very simple. Old furnitures, wood as the room dividers, roof made of tin. But as you can see, the roof is already coming down and the house hasn't been maintained long because lack of money. A very simple CR, the kitchen with open fire. Here you see his son Ron and Christine with the little son Kelvin here. Christine was still healthy. She also had a stroke 4 years ago. Unfortunately, one time they didn't put out the fire, so the kitchen area burned down. Luckily it was not a big fire, so I decided I invest a little money to help this family have a nicer home. We built a new kitchen area, we renovated the house. That was about 15,000 peso for wood, floor mats, cement to have an even floor, some simple windows and doors, but as you can see it looks now much better than before. That way they now had 2 rooms to live in, one for Papa Fredo and one for Ron and Christine with the little son, and they really had a better life. The subdivision was lively, and I also show you these pictures because this is how many Filipinos are living, very simple, without the money, and they are always happy if someone comes and helps them to get the living a little bit better. And after the renovation of the house, we of course had a big lunch with friends and relatives, and they enjoyed it very much, because now also the sala, which you see here, is much bigger than before, so they can eat much more comfortable. Now 6 years later, the owner of the land said, "You all have to go because this is my land and I want you out because I want to invest." And this is the rest of the house. There's only one small room where Papa Fredo was staying and a little room on the side for his furnitures, but everything you have seen before from the basketball court is gone. This was before 6 years ago, and now Papa Fredo is only living in a small room. And so with his stroke we decided we have to bring him to a boarding house, which is much better for him. He was not able to properly speak. He barely could raise his right arm, his right leg is disabled at the moment still. Relocating squatter areas is a regular thing happening here in the Philippines. They get a eviction note, and the owners and the barangay hope that many of the squatters will just go back to the province where they originally came from. Some squatters also have enough money to move somewhere. Maybe they rent a house because they have a job. But then there's still people who are old, who have nothing and no place to go, and they stay where they were and hope that they get placed somewhere new. But empty spaces to settle people are nearly not available in Cebu City, so this is a problem. A simple room in a boarding house is better than where he is staying at the moment. There you can see Christine. She had a stroke 4 years ago. This is a small room where he has his clothes, and what's left from the house is this. That's what's left of the kitchen and the fireplace. And of course, when it rains, all gets wet. Here you can see Christine. She had a big stroke and still her right arm is not working properly, but she can walk again, and that's a big plus. But now Papa Fredo had a stroke, and with 66 years we decided we cannot bring him to a hospital, because what I learned from Christine's stroke is that when you have this kind of stroke, a blocked blood vessel, usually you can survive this, and instead of now wasting hundreds of thousands of peso in the hospital and maybe operations that surely cannot be done here in Cebu, we save that money and give him a better place to stay in a boarding house. Also, that way medication and food support is safe, and that's much better in the long run.
Ako rehawid anong kuan. Sige nang kan sa kuan. Ron, tubig ni Papa Ron. Hoy, tubig ni Papa. Sige tugan po dira. Wala na ba? Mana? Magana kayo? Kapapatsara na rin. Pahangitan na lang tika. Ayaw kawawag ka anak bitaw ko na mo. Papangitan. Ayaw pagkuhan kaya mo. Obligasyon na muna.
Pas mo lagi naspusog. Nga lang.
Kaya obligasyon na muna magpugit sa amahan. Ako rin. Ano lagi? Ako rin lagi?
Ulo.
Ha?
Puno ang schedule.
Wala. Kinalan man siya madali. Check up na emergency kayo. Ano?
Karon
Kaya emergency kayo ina pa.
labaya ba?
Dai okay na dai.
Luckily, in the boarding house where Christine, Ron and Calvin are living, was an empty room. It's small, but it's much more comfortable. It has a separate CR, a bigger kitchen. It costs 2,500 peso a month, and we brought him directly there. So now he has a much better place to stay. This was now 2 days after the stroke, after we transferred him. Unfortunately, the sound of the video was lost, and so I have to do the voiceover. As you can see, the room is now better than before. He has a fan, he has a light. His speech came back luckily, but it's still difficult for him to speak. He had some memory loss, so we were afraid it's getting worse, but luckily 2 days later the memory came back again. So overall his situation is still stable, but it's also not visibly getting better. But from my experience with Christine, it takes months before you start noticing that things get back to normal, and so we now have to wait that the medicine is working. I don't have a GoFundMe campaign running now, but if you like to support us with a little help, you can find my PayPal email address in the description of this video, and every help is highly appreciated. And as he is now bound to this room, he cannot really move, and Anne's sister is doing the support all day, I decided at least they should have a TV. So we went to the mall here and bought him a nice TV with a better antenna. This one is 700 peso, and they now have 8 to 10 channels TV to watch all day. This was also important to me, because this will stimulate his brain and hopefully accelerates the healing process a little bit more. The TV was 4,000 peso and the antenna 700 peso, so this is like a early Christmas present to them now.
Kung mag-DVD mo, ari mo sa input. TV.
House TV.
Kamo yung gamit ano?
Hindi sa akong papa ka na-stroke mga akong papa. Yan naras balay ba niya kanang sige hinukto.
Click nino. Mugawas na niya. Mugawas ani ari lang ka sa auto tuning. Okay na mo. Niloko niyo mo, ari ka sa yes. Nakaboto na ni mong makakuha na. Once mag-scan kayo mo dapat nakat.
And now we bring the TV to the house for installation later.
Papa Fredo.
I go to house to Papa Fredo to buy the TV for him.
Yeah.
And this my brother, Ron.
You go.
Slowly please. Wala pa di akong kuan. Wala pa di akong patungkawan. Akong kuan, friend. Kaya kasi kain, una pa man. Kamu tulo. Tabangan ninyo. Ini gusto ni kuya ni mo nga itaod. Because tanaw siya ba? Tanaw siya sa channel ba? Dili matudon ta mo palit TV, dagdag sa gastos.
Ayaw ko to.
Wala siya ginamit ko, may ginamit ko. Bago ka na.
Now is different way.
I'm going to house.
sari-sari chicken.
And this is my papa. I go upstairs.
Yeah.
My papa there upstairs. But slowly lang. You can bring because you hold the stairs.
Very steep stairs,
Slowly,
but
please. Don't kabangan sa kabulin. Slowly, please. And this is where is my papa live?
okay. This is the squatter area neighborhood, as you can see. Now we go inside. This is quite nice here. So you have rooms with the fans, small floor.
Natin, bisita. Daray. Una sa gawas dong.
There is the CR. Small, but that's okay. Kitchen area here. And then you have a small room
TV. Palitan di kag TV. Para
with
makatanaw
Papa
kag TV,
Fredo
no?
living now. You feed him a little bit.
Okay.
So that is.
Hi.
No, it's okay. Give him a little to eat. You need a.
Eating with my father, with my boyfriend. Calvin.
It's okay. That's Calvin.
That's my niece. No.
Good, Calvin.
Makita mo guni ang manok.
It's okay. You can feed him. Yeah. Just,
Hold.
yeah. No, mine.
Calvin, oh.
Yum. Let go.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Ate, nagtanaw pa siya nila.
I love you pa. Batan ka na ko TV. Yung nadyo kay TV. Yung tanaw ka TV ron, ha?
Nitilag kan ante, gamay.
Masyaw nito.
You stay here in the room also?
Yes. You stay here. No, Calvin, this is yours na lang.
Calvin,
Wait sa Calvin,
So
B.
you now have a TV. They not. Right.
Pati patawag na ko nila kay sa labong na pasuyan mo. Pati gusto siya tanawa.
ato makaibutang sa katimungan puan.
Ay, pakuha pa rin.
So, may kabutang.
Ask before the TV install, I need first bring the brown one. So can you drive again?
Okay, so end video now.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's just a little. Ayo, it's okay. Okay? You okay? Yeah. Here is good. Good. Leg is bad, but
Go.
Kayo natawa ba?
yeah.
Slowly. Ticket to my boyfriend to visit my papa and my
Da. Joking lang. Is good. Smile is good. Say hi. Yeah, small video for Ann and video.
Ano ba siyang
Video.
gutong gugod?
Small
Ano ba
here.
mulakaw ni?
Not so much things. Small Cleopatra and the bed and the Calvin. Calvin in video. Oh, Calvin is joking. Calvin is drinking a lot of 6 years old. Joke.
It's not nice.
And as we have some spare furnitures we don't really need, I decided to bring them over so they can put their belongings in the furniture. Also, this is a much better stand for the TV, as you can see later. And I use my car for this. It's much more comfortable than using a tricycle. Just up.
Kay para mo flat ba?
It's okay, don't worry.
He's buying the TV of my father. And then he's one that my papa is watching. This one. He's lie here. So and then it's not boring. And his idea that he's buy a little TV like this without the box, but I have antenna to give this one